when it comes to how you stop this and why people are doing what they're doing, you're making a choice as a leader not to stop riots at the beginning. There are resources to help you do that. The Wisconsin governor rejected, according to the White House chief of staff, additional resources and National Guard before the most horrific night that we've seen this week in Kenosha. So this is a choice that leaders are making not to stop the violence initially. And I have to say, on the argument of vigilante justice, when you have no police around to defend businesses and people who are being attacked and their livelihoods burned to the ground, then there is a void that is filled. And you have to ask yourself, when resources are offered at the beginning of when these riots break out and rejected by Democratic leaders over and over again, you have to ask the question why. And this is a pattern of behavior not just now. You'll remember in Baltimore a couple years ago when the mayor said that she gave the, quote, protesters room to destroy, and they completely went through the city and ruined everything. This is a pattern of behavior with Democratic leaders who are not capable of defending their cities and the people who live within them.
No, that's a great point. The vigilantes are just as much the fault of those local leaders who have failed so miserably. Great point.
I got to push back on something we said at the end of the last segment, because there seemed to be the implication that somehow vigilante justice was understandable or justified by the lack of sufficient police action and authority and presence in some of these cities. I just got to say this. Just as it's completely a disconnect. That seemed to be the implication that vigilantes were filling. Let me finish.
By who, Chris?
Well, vigilantes. Well, vigilantes were filling the void from police. Just as it's fair to say that rioting and looting is a completely inappropriate response to George Floyd or Jacob Blake, vigilante justice is a completely inappropriate response to the rioting in the street. There is no justification for what happened in Kenosha. And vigilante justice is a crime and should be punished as a crime.
Obviously.
We did not say that, and now we have said it. We did not say that before, and now, please let me finish.
You were saying it filled a void. I don't think that's right.
The one thing that Melissa said was nobody is saying that that is the right thing to do, but to actually point out that it is, in fact, a crime is the nuance of what Chris Wallace is saying. And so I feel like we've had a complete conversation on that. Let's talk about where we are with the politics of law and order. In the